Hey there, welcome back to Reddit Dating, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video.
28 male, my fiance 27 female cheated on me with some random guy at a club on a girls' night out. We're supposed to get married in a month. NTPSD, yeah, I know, the obvious answer, dump her unfaithful butt. But I know you know it isn't that simple. Here's our story. We've been dating for 6 years, and I've never been unfaithful, and neither has she. Until last week, we had a fight about private stuff, and it got heated. Later that night, she's been planning for weeks to go downtown to a club with some friends with her college sorority. So she left with her friends pretty mad at me and I at her, so she left. I watched some Shark Tank and went to sleep at around 12. I wake up 4 hours later to crying. We're in an apartment, so sound travels easy. My fiance is with her friend on the couch and my fiance is bawling. I start getting upset and ask what's wrong. My fiance got very drunk and hooked up with a guy in the women's bathroom in the short story. Her friend told me she lost my fiance in the crowd, and when she saw her again she was crying in a corner. My fiance begged my forgiveness and told me she'd never do it again, and not even a second later she threw up on our floor. I told her friend it's okay and to go home, and I got my fiance into bed, and she passed out. I didn't go to sleep, I was in shock and didn't know what to think. It's been a week now, and we both haven't talked about it. I don't know what to do. I love this girl, I don't think it's possible for me to be with anyone else. She's been in my life for years and has supported me through my endless struggles with academics and sports, and has always been on my side. I really don't know what to do. I've been feeling sick that past few days. I don't know from an actual sickness or stress. I haven't told my parents because they adore my fiance, and I don't want to ruin that. What should I do? Sorry for long post edit. I'm sorry for the confusion. I used the term hooked up, assuming that she had sex with the person, but I didn't know exactly what she did because I never asked until last night. We talked, even though she was crying throughout. She told she never had sex and never did anything sexual, just made out with the guy. And for those saying the argument wasn't a big deal, it is. I figured it's anonymous, so it doesn't matter. She's been a smoker ever since I met her, and I've been trying to make her stop for the past year now for the sake of herself and our possible family. It still doesn't excuse what she did, but you can see it isn't a light subject. But what I don't understand is why she could barely speak to me about it for a week, since it was so light intimacy as just kissing. I don't know if I can believe it or not. I'm going to talk to her friends to see what they say. My fiance says that it was only for a couple of minutes, until she realized what she was doing and immediately stopped. I think I'll be able to forgive her. But I won't forget. I still don't know what to say to the family, but at least I know the details. Thanks for the help, everyone. I'll keep you posted. Edit 2. I just got off the phone with friends that she went to the club with. Here's what happened. They all ordered drinks and were waiting and talking to each other at the bar at the side of the club. My fiance was looking very upset and seemed to be minding her own business and ordering drinks after drinks. They left her do what she wanted to for some time. One of her friends did tell me a guy no older than 30 was ordering drinks next to her and making eye contact with her. Her friends though nothing of it, and when she looked back the man was ordering her drinks, even though she was already very drunk at this point. They were talking, and at this point the friend went to my fiance and asked her if she was all right, and she said she was fine. The friend told me the guy didn't look at her and looked away, and that he looked sketchy. The friend went back to talk to others, and when she looked for my fiance again, she was gone. She and her friends were looking for her for 10-20 minutes or so, and that's when they found her in a corner. She was crying, and when they asked what's wrong, she kept saying, "He's going to hate me, everything is ruined, I'm so sorry." So there's the full story, I guess. Maybe truth, maybe not. I'm still deciding what to do, but one's for sure. She won't be seeing me in a church for years, if ever. I'll keep you posted. Last edit. So I've made up my mind. I'm going to keep dating her for a bit to see how things turn up. She agreed to take a polygraph. If it was just kissing, then I will stay with her but will not marry her. Simple as that. I can't accept the fact my future wife cheated on me, no matter the level of intimacy. She has agreed that if the polygraph shows her lying about anything, that she will tell everyone what she did and why the wedding was cancelled, and I will keep the apartment. I can't deny the fact that I love her still so much, but the fact that I love her so much makes it hurt even more. Thanks for the support, comments, and private messages, really. If anyone needs to talk to me about problems, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, thank you. Story 2. Would it be intrusive if I, 20s, advised my family member 30s to stop having children considering her situation? Is there another way to say this or help? F had long-term relationships with G, who was horrible to her, and the children they had, trust me when I say horrible. They had over 5 kids. A few were taken away at various ages. It took a lot of fighting after F was finally free in order to even visit those kids. One reason why everything is working out with F and the children she has is because she's married. As far as we all know, they have a great relationship and are stable. It also helps that half of her kids don't live with them full-time. This allowed F and new husband to have baby together a few years ago. They're going to conceive again. Just a matter of when. Probably next year. F's trying her best. She works hard, is there daily to make sure kids have what they need. Baby has always seemed to get the most attention and the most money, which is natural. But now baby's getting older and the attention isn't getting dispersed well. Even if they find a way to make it work, it would still be disrespectful to her kids who had to grow up with severe health problems from their dad and the way F used to be. They all have problems that she's just now learning how to handle and empathize with. Y, who is now in high school, suffers severe mental health problems, to the point where I'd need more than 10 trigger warnings to describe everything that's happened in the past 2 years. A few family members, and I think having yet another baby will make things exponentially worse. Some say stop worrying about it. This is also affecting my relationship with F and the family. Overall, it's been a team effort to help her kids, but instead of help, it's as if we are all their moms, especially me. Baby likely wasn't planned, but I knew one would be. I appreciate her effort to create a new life for herself, but her past also includes the kids she had. The kids F had clearly need her to be there the way she would be there for a new baby, and that would be virtually impossible. She'd also be stretching herself too thin to have a good marriage. Would it be wrong to give it to her straight and tell her having another baby would not be good? Is it intrusive to recommend F needs to apply more effort to find a way to make a new life with the kids she already has? I don't know everything about her life. I only know what she tells me, except for when we visit, hear stories, or see her stuff online. I wouldn't want to tell F how to live her life. I think I do have a small say in this since I helped with 3 of her kids, including Y, even though that was when I was in high school. I should include, her relationship with G was enabled by her not taking help from anybody and constantly going back to G and exposing her kids to that and having more. I don't know everything, so I want to make sure this opinion isn't coming from prejudice. F asks for advice often, and I'm one of the people she comes to, but I'm not sure about this huge bomb.